I'm Jeff Thomson, and been a full-time sculptor now for 30 years, based out of Helensville in an old warehouse. I'm probably one of the older hands. I've actually been in every sculpture in the gardens we've had to date, and I think that must be 5 or 6. The work is called truss, and as you'll see, it's based off truss shapes made in reinforced or steel rod and number 8 wire, which I've burnt to get all the galvanising off so they will rust, because I want to have that unity of colour going through it. It came about through, I've done a lot of work with wire, but I wanted to create like a drawing in space in the sky, and when I saw the pergola, I just naturally thought you're saving a lot of problems there, up in the air, but also you're away from prying fingers, because health and safety is always an issue in such a public place. I haven't changed the actual pergola at all, the structure of it. I've tied and wired it on, and it's not joined in anywhere where I've used screws or bolts, so I've put no perforations into the wood itself, so it's all protected. That was just a lot of thinking to work out how to do that, and that's become a part of the work. In fact, I'm quite happy the way it's turning out, because it looks like the original pergola itself is very much, it's become a part of the sculpture. You know, all I'm doing is working on the top, but the entire piece has become the sculpture itself. And the engineering was important to get it correct, because it weighs about 350 kilograms. So going on towards half a tonne of steel up there. The steel used, actually, when I made it, was quite heavy and thick, you know, but once it's up in the air, it becomes very ephemeral and almost disappears, so it becomes very light. And it works beautifully. It's like a pencil line, a scribble. That's what I was after, a scribble. So I often work with corrugated iron, corrugated steel, but wire and reinforcing steel is like corrugated iron's first cousin as a building material. You know, most of the time I do commissions, so this is a great opportunity to experiment and do things that I normally wouldn't do, because people aren't going to commission me to do this. So it's just, it has that appeal of being a little bit more experimental and having the opportunity to have a bit of fun and do something quite different.